radical. Free radical, which contains an unpaired electron and which is paramagnetic in nature. The free radical reactions have normally involve or normally undergo in three main steps. You all know those three main steps: initiation, propagation, and termination. All free radical reactions are actually comprising of these three steps. The first step is to initiate the radical. The second step, it propagates it. And third is you have to terminate or stop the reaction. So all free radical reactions have these three steps: the initiation, the propagation, and the termination. Now let us start with the first step, which is the initiation. Initiation means to start. Initiation means to begin. So let us see what is initiation step. It is normally said that they are the first step, which is the initiation, is carried out by adding an initiator or by actually irradiating it with a reagent or by adding an initiator like a peroxide, like benzoyl peroxide. So I'm introducing the term so that you are aware what is initiation. So the process, you must know that this process of initiation is always endothermic. I have to start it from outside. It's not going to start on its own. So the first step, which is initiation, I have to initiate that species to actually form a free radical so that that free radical can further propagate the reaction and the reaction can go on further. Unless the initiation step is not carried out in a correct way, unless the initiator does not generate the radical of my choice, I cannot go to step number 2, which is propagation. So remember, the first step is initiation reaction, and it is carried out in the presence of an initiator like peroxide, and the most common and the famous peroxide is the benzoyl peroxide. The process of initiation is always endothermic in nature. The process of initiation is always endothermic in nature. Let us see what is the first step. Let us see how it is carried out. So let us see the first step, which is the initiation step. Okay, so I have the benzoyl peroxide. So I have the benzoyl peroxide, and what will happen? It will form the radical. This radical will generate the phenyl radical along with carbon dioxide being liberated. And the third step, this phenyl radical will react with HBr to generate the radical of my choice, which is bromide. So in order to generate a bromide radical, I'm adding benzoyl peroxide as an initiator. I repeat again, in order to generate a radical, a bromide or a chloride or any such radical, I'm using an initiator, which is benzoyl peroxide from outside. So what is it doing? It is actually helping. Otherwise, HBr se bromide radical banana would have been very difficult. But once I've added this benzoyl peroxide, what is going to happen? The first step is going to generate a benzoyl radical, then a phenyl radical, and from that phenyl radical, I'll be able to generate the bromide radical. So this is the purpose of adding the initiator, which is a peroxide from outside. So when a radical reacts with a molecule, what is the first step? So when a radical reacts with a neutral molecule, what will happen? It will generate a new radical. So again, so it will generate that new radical, and that new radical will continue or propagate the reaction. So what will happen is that the propagation step will go on and on once the first step, that is the generation of the radical from the initiator, starts. So when the initiator is added, the first radical will continue. So this is going to be the first step of the reaction, which is called as the initiation. So the next step is going to be the propagation reaction. How is the propagation carried out? So let's see in the next step, the propagation. So the propagation will